Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to share with you how you can back an embroidery hoop with felt. You'll need some stranded cotton floss, as well as a piece of felt that's a little bit larger than the hoop that you plan to frame your embroidery in. Then you'll need some basic embroidery supplies such as embroidery needles, a pair of embroidery scissors, and I like to have some heavy duty fabric scissors on hand to cut everything out. It's also helpful to have some sort of pen or water soluble marker to trace onto the felt. I prefer these friction heat erasable pens. We'll start by cutting out the felt. Place the hoop size that you plan to frame your embroidery in on top of the felt, and this is important, trace the inside of the ring. If you trace the outside of the hoop, it's going to be way too big. Next, we'll cut it out, and this is also important, you don't want to cut out directly along the line. I like to leave a few millimeters of a gap and a little bit of an excess margin because it will be a little too small if you cut along the line, and it'll be a little too big if you trace it around the outside of the hoop. Next, you'll trim around the actual embroidery fabric. I like to leave at least an inch or so of extra fabric. This will ensure that you'll have enough to do a running stitch and gather the fabric in the back. Flip your embroidery over to the back side, and then you're going to take your embroidery thread and measure out how much you'll need. I like to give myself a generous amount, and I just lay the thread around the outer edge of the hoop, and I also give myself a few extra inches of thread on top of that. You can use as many strands as you want, but I feel like 3 strands is sufficient to get the tension you need for this, so I'm going to split the thread into 3s. Once you've threaded your needle, I like to do a quilter's knot, and I leave a few inches of extra room at the end because you want to have a little tail at the end to pull when you're finished doing the running stitches. Next, we'll make a running stitch. You'll just place your needle through the fabric and essentially just grab a little piece of fabric and pull the thread through. You can do this with multiple stitches at a time, but I find it easiest just to do them one by one like I'm doing here in the video. These are going to be covered up, so it's not super essential that they look super pretty, but you do want to keep them even, and you can keep them somewhat larger if you want because it will be effective enough with these larger stitches to cinch the fabric up. Once you get to the very end, you'll just pull the 2 ends of thread together and then double knot it, and then we'll start on the felt part. Center the felt on the back of the embroidery hoop. If you want to, you can pin this in place, but I find it easiest just to hold it and adjust it as I go. You can tie a quilter's knot in the end of your thread, and then I'm going to show you 2 separate ways to attach this felt, and they're purely preference. There's not really a better method. The first method is using a whip stitch, and in order to hide the knot, you can just go up through the felt only for the first stitch. Then for subsequent stitches, you're going to go through the fabric on the embroidery fabric first and then through the felt for each stitch. So you'll just go up through those 2 layers, skip some space, and then go up through the other layers again. This stitch is a little bit more discreet. You can make them a lot smaller. So if you want something that doesn't show the stitches as much, I think that a whip stitch is a good choice. I like to play around with stitches and color a little bit, so I think that the blanket stitch is a fun one to use as well. So this time you'll go through the fabric first with your needle and thread only, then place the felt down and center it onto the back side of the hoop, and then you're going to go through the felt and then through the fabric along the back for the first stitch. You'll go ahead and make the stitch right where the working thread is for the initial stitch. Then you'll skip ahead a stitch length and then go back down through the felt and then through the fabric, making sure that you're going over the working thread and it will catch the thread, as you can see here. Move a stitch length ahead and repeat this process, making sure the needle is placed over the working thread each time in order to make sure that you're making the stitches properly. This stitch uses up a lot of thread, so don't be surprised if you have to end this before you get around to the other side of the hoop. In order to secure the stitches for any of these methods, you can use a sewing finishing knot. Place the needle through the base of the stitch, and you want to make sure that you're going through both layers of fabric for this. Then you can take off the needle and grab the little loop that forms. Then you're going to place the tail of the thread through the loop and form another loop, and then do this once more and pull it all the way through the second time and a knot will form. Then you can just start a new strand of thread with a quilter's knot at the end, go through where the end of the last stitch starts, and then you will just go ahead and start stitching as normal. If you find it helpful, you can rotate the hoop and you can make these stitches going in a downward direction like I'm doing here. Sometimes I feel like it's a little easier to control the thread. It can get snagged on the hardware if you're working a certain direction. So don't be afraid to rotate it around as you're going. And that's essentially it. I think this is a great way to finish a hoop because you can add embroidered initials or any sort of personalization to the back. And if you enjoyed this video, please check out my other videos and consider subscribing. I also have a brand new book called Embroidery for Dummies, and I think you'll love it if you love tutorials like this. So I'll leave a link for that in the description. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.